Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna make no pizza. I've decided after years of pizzas, years of recipes, ovens and everything related to pizza world to take a sabbatical. I'm just talking about a video sabbatical where I do something different. And today I'm gonna make something called piadina. Piadina is a sort of flat bread with no yeast, typical of an area called Romagna, which is a northern region. It's very famous for tourism. There are very famous cities such as Rimini, Riccione. Most famous food at all is piadina. Piadina looks like a flat bread, looks like tortilla, Mexican tortilla. It's basically made by using some dough with no yeast. It's a very fat dough because in the original recipe there's some pork fat and they used to stuff piadina with ham, fresh made ham or salami, and the typical cheese of that area called squacquerone, which is a spreadable cheese. So unfortunately I couldn't find any of this here in Ireland, and so I had to use some equivalent. People from Romagna, forgive me, don't kill me, so I'm gonna do something different. These are the ingredients. You will need half kilo of weak flour. You don't need any strong flour because piadina is cooked generally 15 minutes after the dough is made, is ready. In my case, I cooked piadina after 3 hours. I prefer that because after 3 hours the dough relaxes better and the fermentation had the time to happen. Then bicarbonate of soda, which is very important, just 3-4 grams. Then 8 grams of salt, and then water. Water could be something between 200 and 240 grams. In my case I preferred 240, and then finally the oil, 100 grams. If you can find some pork fat, you can use 100 grams of pork fat. People from Romagna, please forgive me. Differently from pizza dough, with piadina you have to start from flour first. You have to make a hole in the middle where you will pour bicarbonate of soda first, then salt, then oil. You can finally start mixing by using a fork. So go ahead until the oil is completely absorbed, and then you can start adding some water and keep going mixing as you did for the oil. So until it's partially absorbed. Then go ahead and add extra water and keep going mixing until it's completely absorbed. Then extra water. And so now it's time to add the remaining water and start using your hands just to collect the remaining flour around. And then you can use the same technique we have used for pizza. So you have to use your punch just to crush flour in the dough to incorporate the flour. Now you see it's a bit wet. Better going ahead on the table, so I'm gonna have more space. And here I'm using the same technique I generally use for pizza dough, just to make sure the piadina dough is well done. And you see, at this point I make a sort of sausage. I don't wait 15 minutes or 20 minutes as for pizza. And I cut the dough I will use to make the piadina balls. Their weight is around 120 grams each. And after I will finish, I'm gonna keep them for 3 hours. But keep in mind that they are ready to be cooked even 15 minutes after the dough making. Obviously it would be better waiting more, because in this way the fermentation will have time to work properly, because even if there's no yeast, there's a fermentation and this will improve the taste of the dough. So I'm gonna seal in a proper tray, in a pizza tray. So after 3 hours this is the way it looks like, and then you can use a baking roll and then you have to make the proper pizza shape, so circle. I was having some issues, to be honest, because the dough was too thin, and for this reason it was a bit hard making a perfect shape. So in order to prevent the dough blows up, better using the fork to make some holes. In this way you will prevent this problem. So you have to move the dough by using the baking roll on the frying pan. The technique is similar to the combo technique. You see some bubbles, but there are just few of them, so it's not growing a lot. And now it's time to turn. You can cook piadina between 2 and 4 minutes per side. The more you cook, the crunchier it will be. So you should keep something in the middle, you know, between 2 and 4 minutes. Alright, this is the way it should look like. Mine is definitely yellow because I used the olive oil. So instead, if you use the pork fat, it will be more whitish. Okay, now I'm gonna spread some spreadable cheese. Can you remember the squacquerone? Cool, but forget it, because there's no squacquerone available in Dublin, so I used an equivalent spreadable cheese. Then I added some ham, which tastes like speck, then some rocket, and finally some chips of parmesan. Then I closed it, and then I cut into parts, because this is the way it should be served. Here we go, and this is how it looks like inside. So guys, what do you think about it? Is it new to you? Have you ever seen anything like that? You see, differently from the Mexican tortilla or wherever you can wrap, it's harder. So when you try to wrap, you can basically break it. In terms of color, it's more goldenish. You see, it looks like pizza, especially because of the bottom, because of the leopard spots. I'll be glad to go through different recipes. So if you want to see anything Italian, please leave a comment and let me know the next recipe you would like me to do for you. Thumbs up if you like this video, otherwise leave a comment and suggest next videos. Subscribe to my channel and click the bell to receive the notifications every time I upload a new video. Remember my class on Udemy, The Art of Pizza Making. This is not a pizza, but enroll it if you want to know more about pizza. That's all guys, it's time to eat. Bye! Hey, where are you going? I was just joking. So, like this video to watch more, leave a comment, subscribe my channel, ring the bell to activate the notifications, and enroll my pizza class on Udemy, link in the description. Follow me on Instagram as Gigio Pizza, on Facebook as Runaway Dough, and use the hashtag Gigio Pizza when you publish your pizzas. See you next time!